Hey guys, so today's video is a makeup tutorial, and today's look is kind of like your classic pinup look with just a little bit of a twist to it. So you still have the neutral shades all over the lid with the bright bold lip. The only differences are that I made the crease extra defined so it's, really noticeable, and I also added the bright blue into the inner corner just to add a little bit more funk to it than your normal everyday pinup look. So if you're interested in learning how to get this look, just keep watching. So I've already applied my eyeshadow primer today. I used my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and I applied it all over my lid, up to the brow, and along the lower lash line. Now for all of the eyeshadows I'm going to be using today, they are all from this Smashbox kind of palette. It's one of these giant things. Sephora makes one, I think, every year called their Blockbuster palette or something, but this one is called the Wish for the Perfect palette. So that's that. So this is the kind of thing that has the shadows on top, and then you open it up and it has some lip products and eye products and things like that. So but I'm just going to be using the first top of the palette. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just choose a color that is just a shade or two lighter than your skin tone. So for me, I'm going to be using this shade right here. So it's just a really light shade, and this is just going to be a matte color too. All the colors except for the blue on the eyes are going to be matte shades. So I'm just going to take that, and to apply I'm going to be using my e.l.f. brush. This is called their Eyeshadow C brush. So any kind of flat eyeshadow brush you want to use is fine. I'm just going to pick up some of that. I'm just going to apply this all over my lid, all the way up to the brow. So just covering the entire eye area. Next, using this palette, I'm going to be going into this dark brown shade right here. It's kind of just a medium tone brown. And with that color, I'm just going to be picking up my MAC 222 brush to apply it. I'm just going to look straight so that if I close my eye, I can kind of lose track of where my natural crease is. So if I just look straight, then I can get an idea of where my natural crease is right here. So I'm just going to look straight, and then to go ahead and apply this right into my natural crease. I'm going to go back and forth, and I'm going to go all the way in towards the inner part of the eye. The reason I like this MAC 222 brush is because I've said this in so many of my other videos, but if this is the first time you're seeing one of my tutorials, I'm just going to go ahead and explain it. But as you can see, this is more of a fluffy brush on this side. It just kind of fluffs out more, and this is more kind of pointed and dense. I like this brush because it gets really precise into where I want. And so for this specific look, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a really precise line into the crease. I'm going to keep applying that color and going back and forth, windshield wiper motions, and going from the outer corner all the way to the inner corner. And then using that same brush, I'm going to go in back to this palette. I just used this color right here. Now I'm going to go right above it and use the darker brown. And I just want to choose more of a deep brown. And doing the same motion as before, I'm going to apply that right into my natural crease and just work that back and forth. Now going back into this palette, so we use this brown first, and then this darker brown, and now I'm going to go back into this lighter brown here. So you can see it's a lot different between this one and these two right here. So I'm just going to take a light brown color, and the reason I'm using this color is to help blend out the top of these colors. So I'm going to work that on top of those other shades. I don't want to work that actually into the crease, but just on top to blend it out. You can blend it up towards your brow. Then for my brow highlight, I'm just going to go, this is the shade that I use for my lid, and I'm just going to go just one shade darker, this color right here, just to use for a brow highlight. You can use whatever you like. You can use the same shade as you did for your lid if you like. That would be fine too. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that below my brow. I'm going to go back in with my MAC 222 brush. You can get a smaller brush if you want to be more precise. I'm going to go into the darkest brown that I used, top off the extra, and I'm just going to apply that along the lower lash line. Like I said, you can use a smaller brush if you want to be more precise. And then the lightest shade, the lightest brown shade that I used to blend at the top, and pick up a little bit of that, and apply that right over it, just to help blend that out. Now I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, which is just the white one. If you have any other white eyeliner, that's fine too. And I'm going to add that to my inner corner, blending up a little bit. I'm going a little bit onto my lid as if I'm adding actual eyeliner, just right there. And it's okay that it went up that way too, because I'm going to add an actual highlight in the that part too. So I'm going to blend that out with my finger. I can even blend that up a little bit where that is, and then blend a little bit where it went onto the lid. Then for the inner highlight, I'm just going to use this kind of, it has a little bit of shimmer in it, but kind of like a champagne color. I know I said all the colors were going to be matte except for the blue, but I forgot about the highlight. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit on my finger, just like that, and I'm going to apply that into my inner corner like that. And blend that with my fingers. You can use a brush, of course, but just for simple things like this, I just tend to use my fingers. So now I'm going to do the blue on the inner part of the eye, and the blue I'm going to be using is again from this Smashbox palette. It's going to be this blue color right here. So you don't have to use this specific kind of blue. If you want to use kind of a baby blue or maybe even a green or a purple, that's completely up to you. I just decided to do a blue today. So to apply, I'm just going to use this little tiny brush. So I'm just going to take that and apply it first on the bottom part of the eye, starting from the inner corner and blending out. Make sure it's right there in the inner part of the eye as well. And then I'm going to take that, blend it up, and go. You want to go just as far as you went on the bottom. You want to go just as far on the top. Just picking up a little bit more. And blending that in. Now using that same small brush, I'm going to pick up the matte black that's in this palette. You want to make sure you wipe off any extra blue that you have on the brush before doing this. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of black, tap it off, and then I'm going to softly add that to my top lash line. Just like so. This is just to kind of add a little bit of liner without having an actual stark black line across my eyes. So last step for the eyes is just to go ahead and apply your mascara, and today I'm using the Maybelline 1x1 mascara. This is in the color Blackest Black. Just going to add a coat of this. So now onto the rest of the face. I'm just going to do a little bit of cheek contouring. I'm going to be using my Sephora bronzer in Bora Bora. And to apply, I'm going to use my MAC 168, which is just a fluffy angled brush. Pick up a little bit of that and just add it to the hollows of my cheeks. And a little bit underneath the chin, and a little bit on my forehead. Next for blush, I'm going to be using this NYX blush in the color Angel, which is just a really light pink. To apply, I'm going to be using my MAC 187. Just brushing that onto my cheeks. And last for highlight, I'm going to be using Smashbox Soft Lights in Shimmer, which is this color right here, and applying it with my MAC 188. I know a lot of these steps seem kind of repetitive if you've seen a few of my tutorials, but these are just kind of the steps that I do for my cheeks. The only thing I really change is the color of blush and which highlighter I choose to use. So I only usually choose between 3 different ones. Anyway, so that's it for the cheeks. Now on to lips. So I'm just going to use a red lipstick today, and this is from Wet n Wild, and this is from their matte lipstick line, and this is in the color 911D. So it just looks like this. It's a really kind of just classic red, but it's in a matte texture instead of kind of a luster or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this look. Like I said, you don't have to do a lip that's this bold. That was just my choice for today. So you can pretty much do any kind of lip color that you want with this look. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.